Eternal damnation is here at Hell in a Cell.
Welcome to hell. That's also in a cell. I'm not going to think up new things. I'm just not. No interruptions?
No, you yelled at me the last time we did that.
I was just waiting for an interruption.
I was
God.
covering my mouth with my hand. It makes you feel any better. I was laughing the whole time.
All right, this
As
time
usual. You can't see me, and I
Yeah.
think that's probably a good idea.
Yes. This episode we watched Kim Possible.
Yep.
You interrupted me again.
I just said yup. It's not an interruption technically.
Season 1, episode 16, The Twin Factor. Original release date December 27th, 2002. Directed by Chris Bailey. Written by Mark Palmer. And storyboards by Dave Bullock. And you didn't put the other guy in there.
Oh, Eugene Salandra. I forgot.
There we go. That's all right. That's okay.
I wrote his name like under Dave Bullock, and so I just forgot that the name was there.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Okay, Mariya.
Yes.
Kim Possible.
Hi. Yep.
What did you think of the episode? No, wait, give us a summary.
Okay. So basically, God damn
Off
it,
to
I
a
forgot
good
the
start.
doctor's name. The evil doctor's name.
Oh,
I forgot his
Draken?
name. Yes, Draken. Yes, I've written here Draken is dumb, but everyone already knows that.
You had the name written down and you forgot it.
Yep, I was looking at my notes. I have 3 sticky notes in front of me. Okay, leave me alone.
Okay.
Anyway, Dr. Draken and Shigo are steal some technology, which we later find out is like mind control technology. And Kim has to basically babysit her brothers when she has a mission to like retrieve the technology. So she has to take her brothers with her, which on the parents' part, I feel like that's a very dangerous decision to make, but you know what? You do you. And so the brothers are very smart, apparently. And they're tinkering with something, and they annoy the scientist who actually makes the mind control.
Do you remember what the brothers are making?
I should have written that down. That probably would have made more sense. It's some kind of disruptor.
I don't remember.
It was a something disruptor.
Yes, I believe you.
It was a something disruptor. I don't remember what disruptor, but
I don't
anyway, so they're working on this disruptor thing, and a portable disruptor, that too, not even just any disruptor, a portable one.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, basically Kim they find a leaf, and apparently from the leaf they find out where Dr. Draken and Shigo are hiding.
Doing some detective work.
Yeah, they did some detective work a little bit. Well, it's mostly Wayne doing all the work anyway.
I mean, yeah.
But anyway, who, by the way, passes college and high school in 8 months? How does someone do that? Please give me this fast track course. I want it.
I hate to break it to you, Mariya, but you kind of have to be a super genius.
Oh, God.
And I've met you, and, you know, I love you, and you are a smart and good person. You're not a super genius.
Oh, damn it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, God. God damn it.
You barely qualify as functioning.
Wow. Okay, I will have you know, I have lived in so many different countries that I'm definitely functional.
It's a shock that you haven't been eaten by a tiger yet.
Look, I've seen a tiger in real life. Like, it walked in front of my Jeep. Anyway, we're getting distracted here.
Yep.
Yes. So back to the recap.
Mhm.
Okay. Where did we stop?
We were. Oh,
Yes, detective work.
yes.
Yes. So they find out that Chigo and Draken are hiding out in Peru.
As
And
you
they find
do.
out, as you do when you're an evil genius. And that too, like classic evil genius move, have your hideout inside a cliff where the entrance is a waterfall, which Ron's asking the real questions here. Why don't they just have a regular door? Um, you know what? You're right, Ron. Nobody understands you. Anyway,
I
so
did. When I
yep,
watched this
yeah,
show, I
yeah.
understood him.
Poor guy. He's just the little guy.
Hey,
Anyway,
he always got out in the end.
yeah. He got the better end of the stick too. Um. Anyway, yes. So Kim goes into the lair. It gets like microchipped, which is hilarious, by the way. Especially Shigo when she gets microchipped is fucking hilarious. Anyway, and so the brothers come in and they save the day basically with their disruptor thingy, and they disrupt the chip. And for thankfully for like a good couple scenes, Ron is not physically incompetent. Um, you know.
Is he ever incompetent?
Well, he's clumsy. How about we say that? He's very clumsy. In a lot of the episodes, he's just very clumsy.
He's
He's not
clumsy.
incompetent.
He has
He's
bad
very
luck
clumsy. And
too.
yeah, he has a little bit of bad luck here and there. So for once, he wasn't clumsy.
No.
And he didn't have any bad luck. Even though they were literally Shigo and Kim Possible, like he was keeping Shigo and Kim Possible busy, and that's a big feat.
Right.
And yeah, basically, and then the twins, use the disruptor thingy, and the microchip goes away, and Shigo attacks Draken because the Draken made her look for a dodo for no reason other than his
sick, twisted amusement.
I mean, it's not even sick and twisted. It's just stupid. But if you're an evil genius and you have the ability to mind control someone, you can have them do whatever you want them to do. And if you want them to look for a dodo, then you can most certainly have them do so. And so basically Shigo attacks him because as Shigo does attack a lot of things, so Shigo does Shigo things.
What are Shigo's powers?
I know, and that's one of my notes. Like, what are her powers? Her hands get all glowy and weird, but like,
I don't think we have time to actually answer this question.
Yeah, her hands get all like glowing weird, and I haven't actually watched Kim Possible like all of the episodes in order, so it's like maybe it comes up at some point, maybe it doesn't, and we just have to accept the fact that she has weird glowy hands. Yeah, she just has weird glowy hands, and nobody really knows why. And it's just something that we accept that Shigo does. Shigo does Shigo things.
They must have not known why at the beginning, and was just like, what? Well, we got this mad scientist who's blue. What are his powers? Nothing. Okay.
He just has a scar on his face.
Right, and he's blue.
And he's blue for some reason. Yeah. It doesn't have something to do with like monkeys.
No, that's the other guy.
Oh, right. That's true. Yeah.
So we got to give him a sidekick who has powers, because otherwise, he's not that threatening.
Yeah. He's not at all very threatening. And I think it's in that 3-part kind of episode where they go back in time, and that's when Shigo takes over. And she's basically in charge, and that she like takes over the world. And the only reason like the only reason they're able to take over the world, the only reason she didn't is because she's the sidekick.
She has a boner for Draken.
Oh God.
Let's be honest, that's what was happening.
God. Wow.
What?
I guess I
think that's canon.
Is it?
I think
Is
so,
it
yes.
though?
Yes, I think they end up together at the end. Google it.
No, that can't be true. Shigo can do so much better.
He's a mad scientist.
So?
She's a crazed supervillain. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. Anyway, the episode.
Yes, anyway. Back to the episode.
Yes. This was your pick, Mariya. So
yes, it was.
Tell me what you want to talk about.
I don't know. Talk about what we generally talk about. I
had completely forgotten. I hadn't completely forgotten about Kim Possible, but I was like, oh yeah, Kim Possible. That was a show.
Yeah, that was a show. Well, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this in terms of like animation standpoint was because Kim Possible was one of maybe the only shows that I have watched in which the main character actually wears different clothes and has different hairstyles at different points in the
not only
in
that,
the show.
Mariya, her hair moves.
Exactly.
I mean, it moves as like one mass, but still.
It moves as like one mass, but it does move. Yeah, and that's interesting. And
which in terms of limited animation is like way over the top.
Yeah.
Ooh, can I explain?
And it's also go ahead.
Limited animation. It's
go ahead.
Okay, that sounds derogatory. But it's not. It's the term for sort of TV quality animation.
Right.
Where you basically okay, do you remember the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons?
Wait.
Do you remember any old Hanna-Barbera cartoons? This would be a lot easier if you do.
So like Flintstones and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
I remember those. Yes, I've watched the Flintstones. I've watched did the Jetsons come under this?
Yes.
Yes, I've watched the Jetsons as well.
Okay. Did you notice how all of them had ties?
They did, yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
It's because that tie separates the body from the head.
Oh.
And so you had what they used back then was cell animation. This is more digital stuff. What we're looking at with Kim Possible was cell animation. Right. You had literal physical cells. The pun in our title.
Hence the name of our title.
Yes.
Hint.
Yes. Hint. Anyway, you would swap out animation cells when you were moving the characters. And it was a lot easier if you just had the body and the head separated. And so what would you do is just slide off the head, put on a new head when you need a new facial expression. Oh, okay. And that persisted for now. Until a certain company came along by the name of Disney.
Right.
First name Walt. Who was dead at the time.
First name Walt, last name Disney.
Yeah. Who was dead at the time. But they started up the Disney Channel. And one of the first big cartoons was DuckTales. Do you remember DuckTales?
Oh, I remember those. I remember that.
Do you know why DuckTales is special?
Because they didn't need the head separation thing?
Kind of. It's still limited animation. But it was animation that was given an actual budget.
Oh.
And suddenly cartoons could look good.
Right. Suddenly cartoons looked good.
Yes. The 90s were a boom year for cartoons.
Right.
The late 80s, early 90s were just like, hey, let's give money to these cartoons so they actually look good.
Good, right.
And DuckTales looked good.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, I remember DuckTales.
Point is, I don't remember the point of the story. I was
we were
explaining
talking
limited
about-
animation.
Yes, limited animation. That's what
Anyway,
we were
now we get to Kim Possible, which it's still technically limited animation, but it's got such a big budget that it doesn't, it looks good.
Right.
It looks really
Right.
good. This show is pretty.
It is. I like we were talking about the backgrounds too. The backgrounds are also really nice.
Yes, they're very kind of I was trying to think of what way to describe them. My best description, and this will mean nothing to you, Mariya, but UPA style backgrounds mixed with more Looney Tunes style backgrounds.
Right. Right. And yeah, like we saw a little bit of like the lopsidedness that we kind of see when we watch like Curse the Cowardly Dog, Like there's some of that lopsided cartoony thing going in the background.
Yes.
But it fits well and it looks nice and
because they're actual art pieces.
Right, exactly. And like they're not very detailed.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
They're not very detailed, but it fits nicely with like the simple animation style that Kim Possible has.
I think it helps the characters pop more.
Yeah, for sure.
You have a very simple color palette in the backgrounds, and the characters are all pretty stand out.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know, James? They're making a live action movie of Kim Possible.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer. Terrible. It looks horrible. And I don't know why they would do that to Kim Possible.
I don't either.
I don't know why they're trying.
Because Disney.
Like, if you're gonna make it good, or don't do it at all.
Here's the problem, Mariya. They've never made them good.
Right.
The live action remakes of anything is always terrible.
God.
Wait.
Yikes.
Yes. Live action remakes of everything is always terrible.
I don't know, man.
Why not just make an animated movie?
Yeah, just make an animated movie.
Because people... Wait, what? What am I saying? People don't like animation anymore, Mariya.
Why not?
I have no idea. But some
marketing... animation.
Some executive was like, hey, what do we have in the vault? Kim Possible? Live action movie.
Oh, God.
Animated movie. Nobody likes animation anymore. That's the thing I take my kids to and fall asleep in the theater.
God. That sounds like a lot of logic. That sounds like the kind of logic that people have back at home.
In India?
In my country, yeah. In India, animations are for children, and that's why we get the very bare minimum of like animated movies. So like the really, really good or like super popular Disney movies. Like I don't think even Coco aired in my country, because when I was talking to my mom and I told her, yeah, Coco's great, and she was like, what even is Coco? And I was like, Mom. Oh, God. And I think then my dad like got it, and then they watched it later. But it never aired in my country. So yeah, that's kind of like the mentality back at home, which I'm glad is not shared by everyone over here.
It's a growing medium, not helped by the Oscars.
I don't think so. No.
If you look at the Oscar picks,
yeah, that's a whole different dilemma right there.
Yes. Last year they had Shaun the Sheep next to Anomalisa.
Oh, God. Yeah, I remember that.
One's a stop motion animation about a sheep, and the other is a stop motion animation about a depressed guy.
God.
What's the difference here? Hashtag Oscar so white.
Speaking of animations, they had 5 fingers.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, they had 5 fingers.
Did we talk about that in the rocket power episode?
We did talk about it a little bit.
Okay. So Five Fingers is pretty unique in terms of animation. It's not that unique anymore, I would say. The quote unquote Cal Art style, I think, encourages Five Fingers. Do you know what Cal Arts is?
No.
Oh, Cal Arts is just an animation school. It's the top animation school. It's where J.G. Quintel, Rebecca Sugar Sugar didn't actually.
Right. Yes, makes sense.
It's where the kind of that style came from.
Right. I remember.
Okay,
I remember.
Yeah.
That rang a bell now.
Okay, good. Anyway, I think they encourage Five Fingers now, which is a lot easier with digital animation.
I bet, yeah.
Compared to...
so they had Five Fingers.
Yeah, limited animation, which is just like, oh, we gotta animate another finger? God, just chop it off.
Just chop it off. Gives us money to put in other things.
Oh, which also brings us to the outfits.
I think we talked about it.
No, we didn't. You just brought it up.
Outfits?
No.
We just brought it up.
We talked about her hair.
Yes, we did. So, yeah, her outfits changed a lot. Like, other than just, like, her outfit changing from her spy outfit and her cheerleading outfit to even her daily wear, which we have seen quite a few changes to. Like, so she has her, like, kind of the signature spy outfit, which is always the same. But, like, her daily outfit changes around here and there. It's like in this episode, we saw her in, like, pajamas and a crop top. But it's always a crop top, though. So she always wears crop tops. We'll get to that, James.
Okay, good. Anyway.
I have it in my notes.
Okay,
we'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Okay. To explain why that is madness.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if you watch the Rocket Power episode, which we are recording immediately after. I'm dating the episode. That's a no-no.
Why are you dating this?
I don't know. Anyway, if you watch the Rocket Power episode, we explain model sheets. And so for all of those outfits, you have to make an entire new model sheet.
Yep.
Which is not that crazy-ish, especially for some of Kim's outfit. Like in this episode, it was just, oh, let's change the color of her crop top and put a heart on it.
Right, yeah. Which
is fine. But then you've got other things in these episodes. It's just like, oh my god, that's so expensive.
Yeah, which is why whenever it was like, well, it's Disney Channel, they have way more of a budget than a lot of animation companies have.
They do. It's really unfortunate that now they don't really give their animation enough.
Right.
Well, I guess now it's changing because of Gravity Falls was such a success.
Right.
I think that changed their tune, but before that, like, their view on animation was pretty, like, animated TV shows was just like, it's that thing we have to pay for.
Right.
Can't we just put another girl on who will go on to have a singing career and hate us?
Oh God. That sounds about like everyone. And anyway, before we say something that'll get us sued,
oh, come at us, Disney.
You don't want that.
I don't. They'll kill us. You don't want that.
They will destroy us immediately. Disney is a gigantic conglomerate that has been swallowing up too many.
Swallow us up. Give us money.
Oh God.
Anyway,
you're laughing. You're enjoying the Spider-Man in Avengers now, but wait till Disney takes over everything, then you'll see. Anyway.
What? Anyway,
nothing.
What else were we talking about?
Well, we can talk about why. We were talking about her crop tops. And we can talk about why her crop tops are hilarious.
Do we have to talk about why her crop tops are hilarious?
Yes, because you found it, and I wrote it down in my notes.
All right, I was browsing.
So tell us what you found, James.
Okay, I was browsing IMDb for the date of this episode, and I noticed the tag section or the keywords section on IMDb. Now, IMDb, what did I say, Mariya?
It never fails to disappoint.
IMDb never fails to disappoint. So I click on the keywords, and I am just beside myself, and I have to tell Mariya, obviously.
Obviously.
So what did we find, Mariya?
So, and this is in order of how you told me.
Okay, good.
The IMDb tags go female protagonist.
That's normal.
Female lead.
That,
comma.
Yep. Okay, makes sense.
Bare midriff. Comma. Woman with bare midriff. Comma. Crop top. Yes.
Oh, you creeps. Oh, you creeps. You absolute creeps.
Yes, so this
Oh,
happened.
God.
I had a blast listening to that. It was friggin' hilarious.
Oh, I hate
and
all
also
of you.
creepy at the same time.
I
God damn it,
hate
she's in
you.
high school.
She is a high school girl with... God damn it.
Yep.
That's almost...
So that happened.
There is a more disturbing IMDb tag that I've heard about, though.
What?
There's an entire category on IMDb for headless women in movies.
Headless women?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I want to know what that's about. I don't know.
Nope. Oh wait.
Anyway.
Headless woman laying down on her back. Headless woman laying down on her front.
Okay. This is getting
Those are
creepier by the
specific
second.
tags on IMDb. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Yes.
Don't look that up.
Don't look it up. You'll find some weird movies.
Don't do that to yourself, please.
Kim Possible.
Anyways, Kim Possible.
Let's compliment the voice actors really quick.
I really like the voice actors so much, especially the mole rat.
Nancy Cartwright.
Yes.
The voice of Bart Simpson.
Yes. Apparently?
She is.
I did not know this.
And a Scientologist.
Unnecessary information. But
I find it very necessary.
Look, she did a good job with
She got paid to just do
she did a good job.
I mean, I'm not saying she didn't do a good job.
This is amazing.
She is, yes, but also...
How do I forget his name? What was the mole rat's name?
Rufus.
Yes, Rufus. She did a good job with Rufus.
Wait, who has hair for some reason in this episode?
Well, yeah, he gets an electric shock when the twins are trying to fix this machine. And you know how, like, in animation, when someone gets an electric shock, their hair stands at the ends. And apparently Rufus has hairs that's supposed to stand on his end because he has, like, his skin is standing on end, and that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what they were going for there.
He's a naked mole rat.
Yeah, he's naked. That's the biggest part about him. He's naked.
That's one of those things where the animators got the boards and it showed him electrocuted and somebody added hair on there for some.
God.
Or maybe the board said it. I don't know.
Yeah,
somebody
I don't know.
wasn't looking at it.
Somebody did not realize that he's supposed to be naked. I don't think they even thought that somebody would look at it and rip it apart like this. So
That's
sorry,
true.
you guys.
Sorry. We love your show.
We have too much free time.
We do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other
and then
than
there was
that-
also let's see. Mole rats are great. That was one of my points.
Will Friedle as Ron.
Yes.
That was definitely the standout. Aside from John DiMaggio, who is just perfect in everything.
Mm-hmm.
He played Draken.
Yes.
If you
yes,
didn't know that.
I guessed.
Oh, you guessed. Okay.
I guessed. That was an educated guess right there.
Yeah, he also plays Bender from Futurama and Jake the dog from Adventure Time.
Ooh.
If you know any of those roles.
I know Jake from Adventure Time.
Okay. He is the voice of Jake the dog from Adventure Time.
Yeah. I like Jake. He's funny.
Okay. Anyway, John DiMaggio, a great voice actor. Will Friedle, also a really good voice actor. Mm-hmm. And everybody else was also great.
Everybody else was also great.
I don't know. Sorry. Right. I don't have time to name off everybody.
Name all of them. Right.
I was just like, hey, Will Friedle. I remember him from Boy Meets World.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's most of our notes. There was like the weird spinning animation that happened in the middle.
Where was that?
I don't remember what part it was. It was just
weird
funny.
Spinning animation?
Yeah.
Oh god, the animation was so good in this series.
Yeah.
With like so fluid and right, I was gonna talk about something really quick.
Yeah.
Everybody had really good expressions.
They did. Yes. The expressions were really, really nice. Especially Shigo's expressions. I love them so much.
Yes. They were varied. They had a lot of fluid and like it was all great. Like
definitely.
I think one of the big like tests of like good animation is if look at the expressions on characters' faces. Because I think animating expressions is like one of the hardest bits of animation. I'm not entirely sure. That's just hearsay. But this had really good expressions.
And I mean, even like it's kind of like you use the word animated to describe someone who is very expressive. Like someone is very animated. You would say that about someone who is highly expressive with like their hands and their face, and this kind of shows that their faces are very animated. And they make sense with the dialogue, and they make sense with the characters, and it gives them a lot of dimension, even though it's a 2D animation.
Whoa. Yeah, I think that was the most surprising thing about rewatching this series after so long was just like, oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah, it really does.
That's Disney for you, though.
I mean, of course, Disney. This show had a good budget, it looks like.
I mean, budget doesn't determine quality. Let's not conflate that.
I guess, yeah. Yep. But yeah, no, they did a really good job.
Yes, it does have it did a really good job, and it was very fun watching it again after so long. Yeah,
and after watching one episode that was a complete disaster, by the
way. Go watch our Rocket Power episode. I think we get into a pretty good discussion.
Yeah, no, that's a very interesting that show was terrible, James. We're not watching it again.
No, we are. We're watching another one.
Oh god.
We'll watch a later season episode.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. Okay.
I'll vet it.
Fine.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. This has been going on pretty long.
Yep.
We got it. We got through everything.
Yep.
All right. Do we want to rate it?
Do we want to rate it?
I don't know. Do we rate anything?
We didn't rate the last one, so this doesn't make sense.
I mean, we can change the format after only 2 episodes.
I guess, yeah.
Do we want to rate anything?
We should find like a cool rating scale and then rate it.
I rated I rated a crop top out of 10.
Oh my god, that makes no sense. We should rate it by fingers because we talk a lot about the fingers.
Okay, all right. What do you give it?
Yeah, I give it 5 fingers because it has 5 fingers.
God, I give it 5 fingers too.
Anyway.
5 fingers out of 5.
Yes, 5 fingers out of 5.
If you can hear the fireworks in the background, I'm sorry. It sounds really weird. Anyway, we're done. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.